The glove case is something I've talked about for many months at this point, but I've been looking at it a lot closer in these past few weeks, and apparently for good reason, because it is the best performing case by far right now, easily breaking through the $2 point on the Steam market and currently in the $2.10 range. So today, we're going to look at what makes it stand out so much from other cases and why we haven't seen other cases follow its upward trend to this extent. So as always, if you do enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and check out my sponsor, Skimport. Skimport is a CSGO skin marketplace with over 300,000 skins where you can find some insane discounts and save a ton of money buying CSGO skins or cases. For example, if you're looking at buying into glove cases now, there's still less than $1.70 on Skimport compared to the $2.12 on the Steam market right now. So if you're putting in real money, definitely do it on Skimport and you'll save a lot. Also, if you're looking to sell skins for real money, Skimport only has a 12% selling fee on items under $1,000 and 6% on items over $1,000. And at this rate, these glove cases could be a quick turnover in profit, so please stop getting ripped off on the Steam market and sign up to Skimport today with that link in the description. But for now, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's take another look at PriceStalker.eu, the go-to site to see supply compared to price when it comes to case investing. Well, in 24 hours, there's been 9,000 more of these glove cases off the market. So now supply is below 20k, which is absurd since it was over 100,000 2 months ago. It's literally just been on the downtrend and there's less and less cases seemingly every day, which means price has been going up a lot, as you guys could clearly see in this past month. But why the hell has supply been going down this drastically and this consistently for this long? Are there really that many people opening glove cases than there was like a month or two ago? Well, according to the amount of cases opened in the month of December, there was 400,000 of them unboxed, which I definitely wouldn't say is a small amount, but at the same time, it's nothing that crazy. For example, the Breakout Case, which is a similar price to the glove case, has 250,000 unboxed, but has completely flattened out in price on the Steam market for the time being, and it's been like that for a couple weeks. Is the difference of 150,000 cases unboxed a month really big enough to cause one case to increase like 20% more in price than another? Well, maybe a bit, but definitely not entirely. Supply on the market is a huge factor when it comes to price, and that's why I focus on it so much. If we take a look at the Breakout Case's supply on the market in the past 90 days, we can see that it was similar to the glove case in the aspect that it was decreasing throughout the entirety of December, but now it's branched off and listings on the market have been hovering around this 50,000 range, 50,000 range, and hey, big surprise, the price has completely mimicked this trend since supply isn't falling off anymore, price is no longer increasing, and this thing is sitting completely flat now. Something really interesting with the Breakout Case as well is that if we do stretch out to the past 365 days and look at supplies, there's very clear support levels that it doesn't want to fall below on the market for whatever reason. Like, once they hit 44,000, they don't seem like they want to go any lower and have bounced off that point multiple times in the past year, including this time around just a day or two ago. I guess since it reaches this low of a supply on the market, price rises enough that people don't want to pay the $2.50 per case that it's at now, so it's very possible we see it sit very flat at the price it's at now for the time being, unless it dips below that point for whatever reason. But personally, it doesn't look like it's going to do that right now, but we'll have to wait and see. And I mean, I know we're talking about the Breakout Case here, but I'm going to tie this in with the glove case too, don't worry. So let's use this logic while looking at the glove case in the past 365 days to see if it tells us anything. And well, needless to say, we could be in a bit of trouble, and things look like they're about to get really spicy in the next few days. The last time we visited the amount of listings on the market that we're at now, at the rate we're seeing them decrease at right now, was in late May, early June of 2021, and that's a time range that a lot of you guys should be really familiar with because it's a time range that I talk about a lot. It's the time where we saw the entire CSGO market go through an absurd spike in just a few days' time to a lot of all-time highs, especially with cases, and come crashing down a few days after that. It didn't happen in a long period of time at all, and it's very possible we could be seeing the same thing happening right now, but For some reason, it looks like it's only happening with the glove case. So there is good and bad news. The good news is that we actually saw the glove case listings dip to a low of about 6,300 on the Steam market during late May, early June, but the dip from 21,000 to 6,300 happened in 24 hours time last time, so this is a very tight window to sell in if you own them, because they'll probably hit the peak in price if we see the same thing happen. But I mean, I think that was a bit different, because if you take note of the actual quantity of them being sold on the market during this time, which I believe is a green line on this chart, you could see that it's like triple as it is now. So I don't think that's going to happen, or at least there's no signs of it happening yet. So hopefully we won't have to worry about that happening too much, but quantity on the market could definitely get lower. Personally, to me, it just doesn't look like volume is high enough for us to reach peaks in price as high as the near $3 we saw last time with the glove case, but I definitely do think they could go a bit higher. There is no reason to start panic selling yet, but with this low supply on the market, things are going to be really volatile, and that doesn't just mean they're going to go up in price a lot. They could very well come crashing down in a few days' time as well, and with an increase this much in the past few days' time, personally, I'm not going to be touching these things at all, but if you do own them and volume increases enough for them to peak, get ready to sell before all the listings come back on the market like we saw last time around. You do have a few days window if you end up not selling at the very peak, so it's not like all is lost, but if you bought these at the $1.70 range, you could make some pretty decent money, and if you bought them on Skimport a few weeks ago for like $1.30, I think they were, you could sell them at $1.70 now and make some decent money as well, depending on how much you bought. So definitely a chance to make some easy money here, especially when it's over just a few weeks time. But I do think over the long term and even the next few weeks, these things can still hit higher prices. So personally, I would just wait it out now. I don't think it's a good time to buy, but definitely a good time to look at how the chart's doing and if they continue their way up, or if they show signs of weakness, or if they're going to come back down. But overall, this Price Stalker site is really useful, to be honest, and I'm glad I found it. It can give you a huge head start to what the next few months honestly can look like in specific cases and what the trend shows, and just give you a ton of signs to get ahead of case investing and what targets to look out for when it comes to cases on the market, because most of the stuff I say is honestly based on how much supply there is on the market, and this helps a lot with that. And needless to say, the glove case definitely has a lot going on for it right now and is looking really interesting. And I want to see if it decides to absolutely collapse in the next few days, or it still has room to grow. But for now, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. So as always, if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.